Welcome back, everyone, to the Pleb Underground YouTube show. Yesterday, we covered the ongoing saga with Sam Bankman-Fried and his FTX exchange, which is imploding. And it was funny because yesterday I ended the clip saying, most likely CZ is going to come out on top. Now, before we dive into our main topic today, which is the ECB's development of a digital euro, before we get into that, let's just take a quick look and wrap up the FTX story. Giant shock, right? Giant shock that FTX is being bought out by Binance. But let's take a look at some of these choice tweets. I think that this is kind of to me, this is just what makes it comical. All right, so here we go. This is a tweet from CZ today. This afternoon, FTX asked for our help. Yeah, I'm sure they asked for it. They're just begging not to have their legs cut out. Anyways, there is a significant liquidity crunch. Oh, shit. To protect users, we signed a non-binding LOI intending to fully acquire FTX.com and help cover the liquidity crunch. We will be conducting a full DD, which stands for due diligence, in the coming days. And here's the tweet from Sam Bankman-Fried, Sam Bankman-Wrecked. Here we go. Hey, all. I've got a few announcements to make. Things have come full circle, and FTX's first and last investors are the same. We've come to an agreement on a strategic transaction with Binance. Okay, so what did we tell you yesterday? When the red flags, when these people start telling you, listen, your funds are safe, we're processing withdrawals, everything is fine. Run. Don't wait. Don't wait. Run. Okay, it's over. Anyways, all right, so FTX wrecked, Sam Bankman pulling the whole thank you so much for bailing us out, because obviously we screwed with people's money, we made terrible bets, and we got wrecked, and now we needed to be bailed out. That's essentially what happened, which is kind of funny because back in September, right? We all remember September, he was all excited. Hey, he's going to help everyone. Yeah, not so much, huh? I'm pretty sure there was never anything. There was never any funds to help anyone. It was all just PR. Anyways, moving on. This is tough. Okay. So, digital euro may have transactions limited and store of value caps, guys. When I was on Simply Bitcoin with Nico, we would talk about this all the time. I'm sure that they still talk about it, him and Optimist. And it's just an ongoing theme. If you think for a second that the governments aren't trying to put these types of limitations in place, indeed, they are. They just need everyone to give up and stop arguing and just go along. Thank God for Bitcoin. We are not going along. Let's dive into this article here. The European Union's central bank digital currency CBDC may have transaction and store value limits for individuals. Fabio Panetta, an executive board member of the ECB, suggested at the Towards a Legislative Framework Enabling a Digital Euro conference hosted by the European Commission. That is such a fiat frickin' name to a conference. Are you kidding me? Who came up with that name? And that person still has a job? That is so heavy. Towards a legislative framework enabling a digital euro conference. Yeah, say that 5 times fast. Anyways, all right, here we go. Exact limits are not set in stone. Yeah, exactly. Because they got to figure it out, right? They don't know. They're just going to come up with a number. As the digital euro project is still an investigation phase within the ECB, but Panetta mentioned 3,000 euro as an example, store of value limit, and 1,000 transactions as a monthly limit. So just wrap your heads around that. You're allowed, let's just say in this hypothetical scenario, you are allowed to save $3,000, no more. And you are allowed to do 1,000 transactions a month. Who the hell is going to put up with this shit? When you work, okay, that employer demands that you are going to fulfill that job, and then you give your time. There is no way of getting our time back. No way. Okay? We can't modify the time we give. We can't do any of this stuff. And yet these creatures get to decide how our money is spent, how much we can save. A respectful fuck you to the ECB and all of these central bank pricks. Anyways, I'm sorry. This kind of stuff triggers me. I will continue. If we give access to a means of payment which is relatively limited, there are no transaction costs. Where would you come up with that shit? because you only need to have a smartphone, Panetta said, explaining there will be risks that people could use this possibility to move, for example, their deposits of other banks or their money out of financial intermediates. That's right. They don't want you moving too much money. They're already, listen, everybody already knows what happened in Weimar Germany. Everybody knows what happens when money dies. Everybody understands what happens when they cannot print the money fast enough because it's losing value quicker than they can print it. They're getting ready for this. Okay? The governments are getting ready for this. The central banks are getting ready for this. And this is the bullshit that they are going to put in place. But don't worry, because this type of crap doesn't last. Human beings desire freedom. And this will not stand. I'm sorry, guys. This stuff just triggers the hell out of me. I just don't understand how human beings would do this to other human beings. I mean, like I say this all the time. There's absolutely no self-reflection whatsoever, zero empathy for other human beings. All it is power and control. What pathetic garbage. Anyways, all right. This would be a threat to financial stability in times of crisis. That's right. Being able to move money, being able to do what you want with your value that you can never trade, that is a threat. Okay? That is a threat to financial stability, which is why the ECB is looking to introduce transaction limits for the potential CBDC. We're going to end it with this. Panetta also pointed towards a 50 euro cap on transactions, citing anti-money laundering provisions. Okay, so let's just pretend that these people aren't huffing glue and then going out and giving these ideas. Let's just pretend that for a second. So how exactly does a 50 euro cap prevent money laundering? They're giving you, let's just hypothetically, they're giving you 1,000 transactions a month. Okay, 1,000 transactions a month, and you're having a 50 euro cap. All right, so you'll just do 1,000 50 euro transactions. How does that prevent money laundering in any way, shape, or form? Of course, you're going to have somebody that's going to be like, well, you can't launder as much money. Not from one person, you can't, but you can do it from multiple people. And who's to say that businesses aren't going to have a different limit? And who's to say that businesses aren't going to be set up for the explicit reason of money laundering? Oh, wait a second, that already exists. There's no way someone could do this again. So look, guys, we are in for an uphill battle. Okay, the ECB is filled with complete anti-human, toxic byproducts of humanity. I can't say it any other way. I wish I could throw more descriptive words to throw these people under the bus. They are anti-human. They are anti-freedom. And let me tell you something. If this garbage passes in Europe, it is coming to a central bank near you and near me, near all of us. So we need to be careful. Okay? We need to not be afraid. And we need to make sure that these central banksters understand that at the end of the day, we do not work for them, and their fake money is coming to an end.